Hello, and welcome to hopefully another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals, where we only have 3 rules here. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. So today we're going to practice with this recipe that I'm excited to make, not because it's lobster. I'm excited to make it because Father's Day just passed and my wife bought me a pasta maker. So the pasta that we're using on today's show is pasta that I made fresh for the first time today. So I'm kind of excited about that. Real quickly, folks, the recipe, we're going to steam about a pound of lobster, and then we're going to take some noodles. We're going to boil them off. If you're not using fresh noodles, you boil the noodles as directed on the package. Then we're going to saute in some oil, some mushrooms, some garlic, a little bit of scallions, and some onions. And then we're going to toss that noodles in there, mix them all up with some shrimp and some lobster, and we're going to have lobster noodles. So I'm really excited about that. So first what we're going to do, we have a pot of water already boiling here. We're going to go ahead and add in our lobsters, and then we're going to let them steam for about 20 minutes or so. Once that's done, we'll come back, we'll let those cool. We're going to cut them up and then dice up the lobsters, set them to the side, and continue with the rest of the meal. So until then, though, folks, please, if you're just now getting here, one, share this video with all your friends and family. Please hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so that you know that we're on. Like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, and please tap into us on TikTok. If you have any ideas, you can email me. For this recipe and all others, visit CreateSimpleMeals.com. If you have any ideas, email me at askme@CreateSimpleMeals.com. Hit that chat button, talk to me directly, and share this video with your friends and family alike. Again, just to recap, we are going to do lobster noodles today. So we're steaming off our lobster. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to saute off some onions, some mushrooms, some garlic, and some scallions. Mix in a couple of sauces, and we're going to mix that in with our noodles. So we'll continue back on once we are done with these lobsters. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start slicing up these onions. All right, folks, you see those lobsters got that nice bright red color on them? That means they are done. I was just using this to move them around because some of the water had popped up. So now we're going to go ahead and shut this. Well, actually, we're going to shut it off. We're going to take these and we're going to set these off to the side to start cooling. Cover this. And now, in this exact same pot, so that we ain't got to do double duty messing up extra pots, we're going to use this exact same pot, and we're going to boil our noodles in it. So let me go ahead and grab these noodles. All right, so in the same pot, so that we don't have to heat up more water, and we added some salt in there too. We're going to take these noodles. Again, I'm kind of excited because these are the noodles I personally made with my handy-dandy new pasta maker. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put these right on in there. We're going to boil these off until they float. So it should take about 3 minutes or so that these going to take to boil. Okay, so these lobsters seem to be cool enough for me to handle. So what we're going to do is we're going to split them down the back with a pair of kitchen shears and remove the lobster meat out of them. Now, for those of you that do seafood a lot, you can save these shells and boil them separate to make a seafood stock. I probably should do it myself, but I never do. Season water. Whoa. That's why you should never have a covered pot. Folks, our pasta is now done. We're going to go ahead and drain this off, the water off, and then let that sit to the side. Chop up those lobsters and finish up with the meal. Now, I'm going to cook everything in this pot. One, I don't have a wok big enough, but usually either a large skillet or you can use a wok. Wok is probably better because it moves around better, but we're going to make this pot work today. So let's go ahead and drain this. Okay, so our lobster has been cooked. Our noodles have been boiled. We're letting them cool off. You're just now tuning in. Today we are doing lobster and noodles. We've steamed off a pound of lobster tails. We boiled some egg noodles. Right now we're getting ready to saute some onions, mushrooms, garlic, and scallions. To that we're going to add in some soy sauce, oyster sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar, salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to mix everything all together. We're going to go from there. So in the meanwhile, let me get this oil nice and hot. While we're waiting on that, I can chop up our lobster pieces. Let's saute these onions first. Now we're going to add in our mushrooms. add in our garlic. And our scallions. We're going to save just a few of them for the end. Now we're going to toss in the shrimp, and you want to cook them just until they start turning pink. And while that's cooking, let's go ahead and add in our liquids. So let's put in, we want about a tablespoon of soy sauce. But just a little bit more. We want a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Now as you see our shrimp are starting to turn pink, we're going to go ahead and add in that lobster meat. Mix that together. And lastly, about a half a pound of our noodles. Now, I cook more than I need, so we ain't got to add all them in there. And basically, folks, we are done. So again, if you're just now tuning in, today we did lobster and noodles. We steamed off a pound of lobster tails. We then boiled some noodles. We sauteed some onions, mushrooms, garlic cloves, some scallions, added some soy sauce and some oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar into the pot. To that, we added in some the shrimp, cooked them, re-added our lobster back in there, tossed it with our noodles, and that is it. So let's go ahead and give this, turn this off, and let's give this a taste test. Make sure I get me some lobster pieces in there too. You gotta zoom in on the pot so you see how it looks there. And let's give this a taste test. Excellent, folks. Those Asian flavors of the soy sauce, the rice wine vinegar, the oyster sauce definitely pairs well with the saltiness of the lobster and the shrimp. It's, as I said on the website, it's a simple indulgence, but it's definitely a very good meal. One, again, I'm extra proud of it because I was able to make the pasta fresh with these own two hands, thanks to my lovely wife buying me a pasta machine. And I was able to practice because you know here on Create Simple Meal, we only have those 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. Again, folks, please follow us, like us, share us. Email me any of your questions, comments, criticism, ideas for future shows. Hope to see you back here soon on another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals.